Hi, I'm Angel Alchin. I'm an independent consultant with Osborne Books and More. We are on to November and December in our Resolve to Read Throughout the Year party. November is a really good time for writing. There's a whole movement called National Novel Writing Month. I participated in it twice and wrote 2 novels. So it's a lot of fun to kind of learn to write a story and tell a good story. So it's good to start early. I started in like 3rd or 4th grade writing my own stories. These muddle and matches, we have Imagine, Monsters, Jobs, Adventure, Jungle Animals, and Sports. These are some of my son's favorite books because you get to tell him a funny story. So you just kind of open up to any random pages, and we have Beth, the bold basketball player, grips the bar at the games as his cycle clatters and clinks. So it's just a lot of fun. And even if your kids can't really understand the words yet, they love to look at these really funny pictures that can put together. Another one for your little bit older kids is this Just Imagine. So you can open to any page and you ask them a question. Can you imagine being big? And how would your life be different? And just ask them questions about how their life would be different and how they would do different things. Like this guy here, he's taller than a giraffe. That's big. And this guy here is taking a bath in a swimming pool. So it just kind of helps you to get their imaginations going. We also have one that's called You Choose. As they start to write their own stories, you can get them the first Write Your Own Storybook. This gives them some prompts and then lets them talk about it. So how does it feel? There's more room to a place than what it looks like. Imagine you're in a forest. What can you hear? What can you smell? What might be hiding in the shadows? How does it make you feel? And then what happens next? So they get to write their own little story, and there's a bunch of different options that you can do with that. For the little bit older than that, we have the write or draw your own comics and write your own stories. So the comics are really fun because it gives you an opportunity to just come up with anything. Here it has plotting, how to plot the comic, and then you get to go on and kind of write and draw. This one is A Tiny Adventure. So that gives you a chance to do that. And then this one here is Write Your Own Storybook. And it gives you some prompts and it starts the story for you, and then you have a bunch of space to write your own story. In conjunction with those, we have the Illustrated Grammar and Punctuation and Illustrated Thesaurus. These will help your kids if they don't know how to use proper grammar or punctuation, if they have a question about where to put a comma or how to show numbers or which words to pick, then this is a really good one. And the thesaurus is going to help them to come up with different words for the same kind of thing and just kind of expand their mind. On to December for the toddlers. I know my son absolutely loves the Usborne. That's not my selection. We actually have every one of them, but this is one of the Christmas ones. That's not my elf, and its gloves are too fuzzy, and you get to kind of feel the fuzzy gloves. That's not my elf. His buttons are too rough, and you can hear the Velcro there. And you get through, and on every page you can see this mouse. And my son absolutely just loves to find the mouse on every page. And you get down to the end, and that's my elf. Its bell is so sparkly. So those are really good options for the younger kids. For the kids who like to have a little bit of activity in what they're doing, the maze book is a really good one. You just get to go through and find your way from the beginning to the end of the maze, and they're all Christmas or wintry kinds of related puzzles. We have a great musical nativity, and it goes through and tells you the story of Jesus' birth with some music to go along with it. And last but not least, the first Christmas keyboard book. Our keyboard books are really popular. This one is a Christmas one. The best thing about this is your kid doesn't need to know any of the notes. All they need to know are their colors, and they need to be able to match up the colors up here with the colors down here. So let's go with Jingle Bells. They can find the yellow note, and they can actually play the notes without having to know how to do it, without how to read music. So that one's a really good one for younger kids and older kids alike. So those are our November and December selections. Thank you for joining me on this adventure of reading throughout the year.